It feels like every day there's a new term that describes the absurd, and we're supposed to just accept it as though it's a new normal. And this is coming from China. So I haven't looked forward to talking about a news item as much as I've looked forward to this one, folks. So here we go. Have you heard the phrase full-time children? Have you heard this? Anybody? Nobody in the lobby? One guy. All right. Very impressive. Full-time children. This is emerging in China, and it's happening in the United States as well. Now, this is fascinating. Some Chinese youth are rejecting career climbing, and there's another phrase. No, that just means they're rejecting being a responsible adult and going and working on their own. And they're foregoing a traditional job. But they are continuing their duties as children in exchange for pay or housing costs. This can range from running errands and doing chores to taking care of one's parents. Now, this is from a Business Insider article I'm sourcing. Now, China, if you don't know this, has a notoriously grueling expectation of work. If you don't know this, listen, this is amazing. They call it a 996 culture, which entails 72-hour work weeks. And what that is from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, as you would expect, new generations are always the ones to rebel against things like this. And I think they should be rebelling against this. I'm the guy who's always saying you were created to work. Work is good. Work is honorable. It's good for your health, mentally, physically, spiritually. I believe that. But not working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. That's being turned into a robot. A form of slavery. Well, that's the Chinese culture. So they cite a couple people. Julie, a 29-year-old Chinese woman, told the BBC that she works as a full-time child, cooking and cleaning for her parents. She even declined their offer of compensation, but they do cover her living expenses. Many young people are rejecting the modern work culture as part of the lying flat trend on social media. This is where college graduates are referencing they're going to opt out of climbing the corporate ladder, and they post pictures of themselves lying flat on the ground in their graduation garb. It's a form of protest, folks. And this is what the Chinese government and the Chinese culture has brought on themselves. So now this is very interesting to me because we hear all this politics all the time, and I'm not going to get into politics, but you hear about, China's the U.S.'s number one rival, and they're going to be the biggest economic engine in the world. I start to question that when I read this. First of all, folks, communism doesn't work. Communism has never worked. But if this is what's happening for the future generations, the future workers of China, I'm not so worried about them as some global dominant force. There's going to be revolution in China. Mark my words. Revolution from workers. By the way, go do your homework on the source of the French Revolution. Where'd it come from? Just go do your homework. I don't have time to cover all this, folks. There's another trim called Let It Rot, encouraging young people to openly express feelings of exhaustion and hopelessness. This is a recipe for a worker revolution in China. Keep your eye on it. In 2022, the U.S. Census Bureau reported that among adults aged 25 to 34, 18% of men and 12% of women surveyed said they live with their parents. The numbers are higher among Gen Z, with nearly 30% of 18 to 25-year-olds living with their family. Now, here's the deal. The cause of this in China is the unbelievably draconian work expectations. But the reason for it in America is the unbelievably sensitive parents who are worried about their kids doing anything hard at all. Bottom line is, folks, leave and cleave. Leave the nest, man. What's going on with this world?